Hey vlog, happy Vlogmas, welcome back. So I updated my phone to iOS 18 and apparently the music keeps playing when you start the video, which is new. That's a fun feature, but I didn't know about it. But that's okay because I'm leaving that clip in so that you can hear the beautiful bridge of Ring Ding Dong rock version, which I just discovered. And I also discovered, well actually Sebastian told me how to do it, but that you can put songs, you can download like YouTube songs or whatever videos sound. You can make your own Spotify songs for only you to listen to. So I was able to put Ring Ding Dong rock version on my Spotify so I can listen to it on repeat all the time, which is really beautiful. So I know I said I was gonna start Vlogmas at the beginning of December and just make a video like every week. But I lied. I didn't feel like vlogging last week. I didn't really do anything vlog worthy. What did I do last week? I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't anything vlog worthy, but this week, it's a big week for me. Lots of things happening this week. We're starting IV therapy finally tomorrow. So that's why I started vlogging today, because I figured tomorrow I probably won't end up vlogging till I get there. So I want to make sure to intro the video. So right now I'm doing some arts and crafts. I got a really artsy and craftsy day ahead of me today. I say that like it's not 3:30 because I woke up at noon. But it's basically still like the morning for me because I've only been awake for like 3 hours. So I already ate lunch. Anyway, so this project I'm doing now is, like I said, I've been like kind of reorganizing some stuff in my room, trying to consolidate all of the K-pop stuff to like the one corner and the shelves. So I'm gonna change I have like the string lights by my bed where I hang pictures from. So I printed out some pictures to hang from there. And so I got some photo paper. Like most of the pictures, they look pretty good, especially the ones with of landscapes. The colors are really great. But the thing is, I guess when they printed, it really saturated the colors. Like they are so saturated. And so the pictures of like people, I am so, like my face in this picture is completely orange, but you know, go Illini. So it works out. So what I'm doing with them is I measured them all. I've turned them into squares so they would all be the same size. And then I'm cropping them with a little bit of outline of the white for like that kind of Polaroid effect. Except they're like opposite Polaroids because instead of being unsaturated, they're really freaking saturated. So that's what I'm measuring out right now. And then I'm using the little photo cutter, that thing, to cut them. So that's what I'm doing now. So I figured I'd chat a little bit. So yeah, we have IV therapy starting tomorrow. We got twice a week. I'm not entirely sure how many liters they're doing because when I was at the doctor, I'm pretty sure she told me they would do 1 liter at a time. But then in her prescription, she wrote 2 liters. But I feel like 2 liters is a lot. Like I don't have that much body space for 2 more liters of fluid to go, you know? So I guess we'll see. Because I feel like if they do 2, I might not feel that great afterwards. Maybe I'll feel really good. I don't know. I will ask and we'll see what happens and you'll be updated then. But either way, that's exciting. I'm very hopeful for this treatment. I really do think it's going to work. I know I said that last time about the stellate ganglion block and it didn't work. But like this one, I really think it's going to work. Like when I asked in forums about the stellate ganglion block, everyone was like, it didn't work. But I was like, I'll be optimistic anyway, because there's some, like I kind of knew it probably wouldn't work because there weren't really any studies on it for just POTS. It was like for long COVID POTS. And like my POTS is like, it's kind of long COVID, but like not really. I never had COVID. So you can extrapolate from that if you want, but I'm not gonna talk about how I got it. So anyway, yeah, this I think it's gonna work because it's like it's literally just like they're manually increasing my blood volume. Like, it's not gonna not increase my blood volume. It's not gonna not fix my blood pressure, because it has to, because they're literally putting the fluid in my body. Because like the first 2 meds I tried over the summer, that didn't work. And the reason I only tried 2 meds is because my body is really fun and special, and I'm contraindicated for every single other possible medication that you could take for POTS. So anyway, we tried those 2 medications, and the main purpose of them was to try and increase my blood volume, like make you retain water so that you have more blood in your body, so that when I stand up, there's enough blood to like go to my brain and I get oxygen and I don't pass out, you know? But they didn't do that. So now with the infusions, they're just putting the extra volume of blood in there ourselves. So it has to work, right? That's what we're saying. That's the narrative I'm creating for myself, is that it's going to work. I don't know. And for this one, I did ask in forums, and I didn't ask in like that many, because I know IV therapy is like low-key controversial for POT. But we don't have any more options, so we're trying it. But anyway, the few people that I did ask, everyone was like, it changed my life. It worked so well. So that's good news. I won't try and be overly optimistic, but like that's a pretty good start. See, like the coloring on this, gorgeous. Like so bright. Love it. Where was I? Literally my brain just went blank. But I think it's gonna work. That was the main point of the story. So then that's what we're doing Monday. I got really lucky because originally we were trying to do it with home health. I feel like I might have talked about this on one of my vlogs, and then they were like, actually we have the IV shortage, so sucks to suck, go away. So then I got in with the hospital nearby me, and they were like, we can't start till December, but we can get you in. And I was like, that's fine. And the times actually worked out really conveniently for me. It's not like I couldn't not do any time. I don't know if that was a correct sentence, but that's okay. You get what I mean. But there are times that I would have preferred not to do, you know? And I ended up getting kind of the ideal times for me. I'm doing Monday at 3 and then Fridays at 3:30. So it's like nice in the afternoon, like I'll be awake, I have time to sleep, time to, you know, do my yoga in the morning, take it slow, eat lunch, and then I go get my fluids, and then I'll still have some time after. I don't know how I'll feel afterwards. So I don't know if I'll be able to get things done or not. I'll probably like the first few, I might feel weird afterwards, and then it'll start to be like my body gets used to it. I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise. And obviously you're gonna come along for the ride. But yeah, the main problem I have, like I don't really have a problem with it, but the main thing that I have to work on now is my gym schedule. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that. Because usually I would go Mondays and Fridays, and then Tuesday and Thursday I would either go to track, or I would go Mondays and Thursdays, and then Tuesday and Fridays I would either go to track or I would do cardio. And then Wednesday is podcast day, so I wouldn't go to the gym. But now these infusions are going to take like 2 hours, I think, and then add another half hour each way for driving. Oh, I finished. And that's kind of a lot of time out of my day. But we'll figure it out. I guess I can just like I don't know if I would want to go to the gym after. I won't really go before, because if I go to the gym before I eat lunch, good things don't happen. Putting this away now. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Because I just don't know how my veins are going to feel. I don't want them... Because like some people say it kind of destroys your veins if you have bad veins. And like sometimes I have bad veins, but since I've started lifting, usually like my elbow vein, that one's good. We don't have problems with that one really anymore lately. As long as I'm not freezing, which might also be a problem, but I'll load up on the heated stuff. And then... See, this is why I need the infusions. Like, I'm literally out of breath because my heart rate is like 100, probably 120, 130 right now after just standing up. Brain stopped. Where were we? I don't know. I'm going to have to rearrange my schedule, and we'll figure that out. But you guys know I love a schedule. I really don't know what I was gonna say. I'll end this clip here, but look at all my pretty pictures. They're all gonna hang up in my room. Where's the Jobbing building? I have a picture of the Jobbing building that's really gorgeous and pretty. Look at her. I took this picture. Can you believe I took this picture? It's so pretty with my phone. My iPhone SE2 from like 3,000 years ago that everyone was so surprised I was able to update to iOS 18. Oh, I got a new Apple Watch, by the way, because my other one died. But it was really considerate because it died on Thanksgiving. So then Black Friday, I got a new watch for like $150, which is crazy because it would have cost like 90 or 80 to fix my old watch. So like, why not just buy a new one? Because I think that one was 3 years old. So it did pretty well. And then I had to update my phone because you guys know I hate updating things. Ugh, gross. So I had to spend a really long time updating my phone because I was on 16 and then I tried to update straight to 18 and then it crashed my phone and I thought I was gonna have to get a new phone for a second, but then eventually it came back to life. And then I just did to 17 and then to 18 and it took like 2 hours. And then I had to connect the watch to it, which took like another half hour, but that was that. At least it worked. Got it done. I'm gonna paint my nails now, and I still don't know what design I'm gonna do. I guess I have an idea, but it's like, because I have the idea that I want to do for Christmas, and so obviously I want to do something different, and I feel like the idea that I do have is too similar to the one I want to do for Christmas, but also, well, maybe I'll see if we have the glittery one. If we have the glittery one, then that'll be different enough. It's because I don't want to do a red dominated nail thing because I'm not really a big fan of red. I want green to be like our main color. So I don't want the accent nails to be like too similar, you know? Or like just the fact that like both of them will be mostly green, you know? I don't want them to be too similar. So I have some thinking to do, some creativity to find, and I'll see you in a little bit. This clip is already 12 minutes long. I'll make this vlog short. I'll probably only include tomorrow and Tuesday. Oh, someone's home. Bye. See, how cute is that? So you have like friends, family on the bottom, and then on the top is like landscapes and stuff from places I've been. We got Australia, we got Portugal, we got Italy, we got Greece. Look at that. So cute, so pretty, so nice. Okay, we just took our afternoon vitals measurements. I'm telling you guys about them because I'm hoping tomorrow or like throughout this series of IVs that they change and are better. So this is starting point. So from laying down to standing, my heart rate was 76. It's always higher after I eat because of science. I could explain it, but I don't think you guys care. But if you do, let me know and I'll nerd out about it. But if I get started, then this will also be a 10-minute clip. But you guys know I love my nutrition. I love my physiology science. So laying down, I was 76. Then standing up, I was 117. So understandably, that doesn't feel very good. And then blood pressure right now is 107/79, which is pretty good, honestly. Earlier this morning, it was 91/72, which is not ideal, but it's been like generally somewhat better lately. Still not good enough, but it's always really low when I sleep for like 12 hours because obviously that's like 12 plus hours of dehydration. So obviously I'm gonna get an even lower number than usual. So for my nails, I don't have the sparkly red or green. So I just have my regular red and green. So I think I'm just going to go with this idea that I have. It's not really inspiring me. I think it's just going to be mid, but you know, you can't win them all. So that's what we're going to go with. Hopefully they at least turn out somewhat cute. But the real good ones will be the ones that I do for Christmas. Hopefully these are like a solid, like, you know, 7 out of 10 for style. That's what we're going for. Not high standards today. The creativity just, it's not happening. This is unrelated, but I just put on chapstick, my grapefruit Young Living chapstick that I love. But then I immediately took a drink of water and like I could kind of taste the chapstick in it, and I can't, it was kind of good and bad at the same time. Just thought you should know that. Alright, so what we've got going here is obviously base coat, and then the main color will be this green. I think I've probably showed you before, but it's Off Tropic. It's the one I use every Christmas. Gorgeous dark green. Hopefully it's not like kind of goopy, because I've had it for a while. We'll see how it goes. And then this red, I stole it from Haley's room. It's called Forever Yummy, which I kind of hate. But, you know, Stream Yummy by Danny Gonzalez. And then top coat. So the red will be the accent now. And then I think I'll just put like these gold gems on it, like the shape of like a cross. So it's kind of like a present being wrapped. I don't have anything that I could replicate like a bow with, but I feel like you should be able to get the idea. That's why I think it's just going to be kind of mid, but that's okay. So anyway, while I do this, I'm sure you all want to hear about my music. The key to these vlogs is that I have some interesting things that go on, and then I spread those out, so then you have to stay for all of my hyperfixation rambles in between. So anyway, like I said, I found out that you can download your own songs to Spotify, which is so exciting. I wish I had known about this earlier, but that's okay. We've got it now, and that's what matters. So obviously first thing I downloaded was Ring Ding Dong Rock Version by Shiny, which I just found out that existed like a week ago, and I think it's the best thing ever created. Like you hear Ring Ding Dong, and naturally the first thing that you would think is, this song isn't chaotic enough. We should add more. We should add a new bridge in addition to the regular bridge, which the regular bridge unironically slaps. Honestly, it's such a good bridge. So I'm glad they kept that in and then also added a new bridge, and they're screaming. So it's really great. And honestly, it's like genuinely really good rock genre music. It is awesome. I'm obsessed with it. It's the best thing ever. Like every time I listen to it, you're just like entranced by it. You're like, wow, there's so much going on, and it's so good. And then I also downloaded Unimaniac cover, which I was obsessed with 2 years ago. Like, when that dropped, I found the audio on Tumblr, and I would just like, because with Tumblr audio, like, you can't do this with YouTube audio if you don't have YouTube music. You can turn off your phone and it'll still keep playing. So that's why I was playing it on Tumblr. And I would manually restart it over and over again for like 2 days. That was all I listened to. And I had to manually hit repeat every single time. So that's how serious that was for me. So like being able to put these songs on Spotify, huge for me. And then 13-minute Shiny performance. I'm so excited I can put that on Spotify because I like Sherlock. It's a good song, but the problem with the recorded version is that there's this like high-pitched kind of screechy sound, which I know it's intentional, but I hate it. And you hear it kind of the whole time in the Spotify version, and I can't listen to it. But now I can listen to the really good live version because the vocals in that performance were crazy. They were so good. So I have the whole thing of that on there. And then I also downloaded Taemin's KGMA performance, which was crazy. But they took off the main video of it. They took it down from YouTube. They nuked it, which was devastating to me. Absolutely devastating. That's like burning the Library of Alexandria, but worse. But fortunately, I found the whole thing, the same video, on Twitter, and it was still like, it didn't get blocked on there. So I downloaded it from Twitter, and then I put that into my Spotify. So I have access to both the video and the music now. So that's awesome, because Sexy in the Air rock version is so good. I love when the Shiny guys do a rock version. Like, Criminal rock version is so good. Taemin needs to do a rock album. He needs to do it so bad. But like, Sexy in the Air is like, it's a good song, but like there's parts of it where you're just like, But like regardless, it was still a good song, but it wasn't an on repeat song for me. But then like he made the rock version and I'm like, wow, this is the best thing ever. And now it feels like now I get sexy in there. Even the regular version, I feel like I get it now. It just makes sense, you know? So that's what I've downloaded to my Spotify. There's more things that I could download. I was gonna download the Itzy cover of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because I really liked that. But the audio, there's too much background noise, so I'm like, that's not gonna sound good if I download it. But you know, it's fine. So anyway, I also wanted to rank one of the topic ideas that I said I had last time that I wanted to do for the next video is that I wanted to rank the SHINee solo comebacks because I just picked the best time to become a SHINee fan because I started standing August 1st exactly is when I started standing. And then August 19th, Taemin dropped an album. And then September 2nd, I think Onu dropped an album. And then September 23rd, I want to say, Key dropped an album. And then November 4th, Minho dropped an album. So literally within like 3 months of becoming a stan, I got solo comebacks from every single member. Still waiting for a group comeback, but it'll come. So I wanted to rank all of their albums. And I really liked all of them. Obviously, if I was already a full-blown Taemin stan, I feel like I can't accurately rank that one among them because Taemin, you know, I am too biased. So, I don't know. Like, it's number one, but, like, do I actually think it's the best album of the four? I don't know. The only one, so I like, obviously I wasn't sure how I would feel about any of their musics. So it was a good first introduction to see what I enjoyed. And I was surprised by them all. I really ended up liking at least some stuff from all of them. I think Onu's ended up being my favorite because like, I don't really listen to albums like in full. I'll usually just, I'll just pick out the songs I like, I'll add them to my playlist, and then only listen to those. But Onu's album, it's one that, like, I'll keep going back to and just listening to it in full. It's no skip. All of them are just good songs, and it's good to listen to as an album. So I was really impressed. I really liked it. Ola and Maestro were my favorites. And so I was very happy that we got the live videos of those, which were really well produced. They did really well with promoting that comeback, honestly. So shout out to Griffin. And then I think Key would be next. So the funny thing about Key's album is I didn't think that I would really like it. Like hearing the teasers, I was like, I don't think this is my style. And like hearing the first Pleasure Shop challenges that came out, I was like, yeah, I mean, like it seems like a decent song. I'll probably listen to it. Like it'll probably be on my playlist for a couple days and then I'll get bored of it, you know, and then take it off. But it ended up that I like that song and Cool As, which is a song from one of his other albums. Just those two songs alone put him up to my number 5 artist. I listened to Pleasure Shop like 400 times. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think it would hit, and then it just hit. Like, it was giving View vibes. And, like, neither of those are really my style of music, but something about them, they just hit. So, I think I would rate that second. And Onu ended up... I didn't put my Spotify Wrapped on here, but anyway, Itzy was first, and then it was SHINee, which was surprising that SHINee beat out Taemin, because I've been listening to Taemin all year and only SHINee since August. But it was then SHINee, and then Taemin, and then Onu, and then Key. So it was just like SHINee, 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 which is awesome. And then Minho's album was good. His music isn't so much my style, but there were a few songs I really liked. Call Back grew on me a little bit, but still not a song I really listened to. Something About You, very good banger. I love the performance video to that one. SM, love them or hate them. You should probably hate them. We should all hate them. But one thing about them is they can make a good performance video. That performance video slaps. So good. They're just so good at music videos and performance videos every time. They always hit. And then I also liked Affection and Because of You, the one with Ning Ning from aespa. Okay, so that's what we'll do with the nails and then just like the gems on here. So like pretty basic, but it's fine. But anyway, I'm kind of tired of talking, so that should be enough for right now, and you can see the nails when they're done. Okay, here's what we have. Yeah, I was right, it's mid. Don't really care for it. I give it maybe a 6, maybe a 5.5. It's like fine, it'll do. Whatever, they're not staying on that long. So yeah, that's all for today. The nails are starting to grow on me. I'm starting to like them more. So I'll up them. They might end up being a 7 out of 10 after all. Not quite yet, but I think they'll grow on me. But that's all for today. I feel like a kid on Christmas Eve because I'm so excited for my infusions tomorrow. Like, this is not relatable. Nothing I vlog about is relatable, but it's enjoyable, and that's what matters. But I'm like, oh my god, I get to have a needle inside of me for 2 hours tomorrow. This is so exciting, guys. Isn't that so exciting? But I'm just so excited that I might feel better. Something might make me feel better. I won't expect it to happen like the first time, but I think by the end of the 6 weeks, like, I think I will be feeling significantly better, which is crazy. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hi vlog. Happy Monday. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Right now I finished up work and I went and got donuts because the Stan's Donuts Rewards app gave me a free 6-pack with purchase of $2. So I got 7 donuts. I'll show you them when I get home. But personally, I believe in Stan's Donut supremacy. I think they are the best donuts ever. So we got, what do we get? They didn't have the vanilla sprinkle one, which is my favorite one, which sucks, but it's okay. We'll live. It was free. So I got 2 chocolate sprinkles. We got a birthday cake. We got an apple fritter, red velvet, and then 2 glazed ones. So that'll be a nice treat to share with the family this week. Let's see, what else is going on? Obviously, infusions are happening in 3 hours. So gotta go home, lunch, and then we're gonna get infused. I already have my things that I'm really excited to do if they work. They're really, really exciting things. If they work, then I will drive to Hannah's house so we can get Bluefish and podcast. I would take a walk with Jax by Willowbrook, which is my favorite walk to do with him. Like, we go all the way around and it's nice. It's like it's by a forest preserve over there and it's on the school grounds, so there's never that many people or cars. So I haven't been able to do that in forever because it's like a 4-mile loop. I can go like 1 mile, maybe 1.5 miles right now. But if the infusions start working, then me and Jax are going for a snowy walk, which is his favorite. Which is his favorite. He loves the cold and hates when it's warm. Like, he won't go with me if it's any more than like 70 degrees. He will not go for a walk. But if it's snowing and the ground is full of ice, he has the time of his life. So I would do that, of course, while listening to Evermore by Taylor Swift in full, because that's just how it's meant to be listened to. Evermore is such a winter album, and I would always listen to it when I walked Jax in the winter, so I feel like that would just be the right thing to do. Folklore is it's more of like a summer album, in my opinion. Some people say it's fall. I think it gives summer vibes. I don't know. That's my opinion. And yeah, those are the things I'm really excited to do. So I would also hopefully max power cleans at some point. It's just that if I max power cleans, I think I would want to go to Elmhurst to do it, because at LA Fitness, like the platforms, there's not really much space behind them. So if I fall or like bail, then I kind of just end up in the Smith machine, which I don't think would be ideal. I don't think that would be very fun. So if I fail, then I would want to do it at Elmhurst, where it's more comfortable to fall backwards. So I don't know, we'll figure that out when we get there. But I mean, in other news, I haven't thrown up in 4 days, I think, which I think is a new record since like June or July. So that's pretty crazy. Thank you, Meclizine. Me and Meclizine, we're like this. We're besties. That's all the updates I have right now. I'll show you my donuts when I get home, and then it's infusion time. Oh my gosh. Wait, I thought of one more thing I would be really excited to do if my infusions end up working at the end of this 6 weeks. I want to start doing handstands again. I want to be upside down. I want to get so good at planches again. I got these parallel bars for Christmas last year, and I literally haven't been able to use them once because that's when I got POTS in November, and now I can't go upside down without throwing up. But maybe I could go upside down without throwing up, and that would be so much fun. I know I can still do them. They're not as strong as I used to, but I can still do presses because like every few months I'll do it, and just to be sure that I can still do it, and then I'll throw up. But like it's worth it because I just need the ego boost of knowing that I can still do it, you know? But I want to get my planches back. I want to get a straddle planche. I can do the split ones pretty easily, but I want to get a straddle one. I want to do a reverse planche. Never got those very good. Like I could do it a little bit, but I just couldn't hold it for very long. So want to get those. The possibilities are endless, guys. Okay, so I did in fact jinx it, and I did just throw up, but that's okay. It is almost time to leave for infusions, so we'll see you there. Hey vlog, we're at infusions now. It's been like 10 minutes and I'm already really cold. So that's good news for the 2 hours I have left. But we're watching Avatar, finally. If you listen to the podcast, you know, finally watching it. It's gonna be my infusion show. So hopefully I'll actually keep watching it this time. I'm giving you a thumbs up in spirit, but I don't have another hand to do it with. All right, we are back post infusion. It wasn't that exciting. I just laid there for 2 hours, 1 hour for each liter. I did watch Avatar. I'm through episode 6 now. Pretty good. That's like the farthest I've gotten into a show besides the Chicken Girls in years. So good for me. I don't really feel like that different or like weird or anything. I was just tired and cold. So cold. I'm still cold. And I probably just was tired because I was cold. It's really cold because you're in a cold hospital room and you have cold fluids going through your body. I gotta break out the heated gear for Friday. But we're taking my vitals now, so I'll see if they're any different. My blood pressure right after was like 112/66, I think, which is like the farthest apart those two numbers have been in years, which is good because it means you have a lot of blood in your body, which is good, which is what we want. Because like a lot of times I'll get like 90/70, so then the pulse pressure, the in between is like 20. That's not good. So we got a good number afterwards, so we'll see what it is now. Guys, OMG, my heart rate only went up by 20 when I stood up. That's crazy. It went from 65 to 86. Like normally it's like 30 or 40. Oh my god, it's working. That's crazy. I have blood going to my brain. That's awesome. We're taking blood pressure now. 122/91. That's some good post IV blood pressure. It's okay that it's high because it should be, because we want it to last for, half a week until I get my next one. So that's awesome. Oh my god. This is crazy. Like, wow. My mind is so blown, guys. But we'll see if it lasts into tomorrow. I'll give you an update tomorrow. We'll see how I feel, how my measurements are. Could be crazy. We'll see. Hey vlog, happy Tuesday. I low-key forgot I was vlogging, but that's okay. We'll have a quick update because I'm at the cardiologist. It's not like specifically for the infusions or like after the infusions, it just happened to be on this day. New cardiologist because my other one doesn't know anything about POTS, so my doctor who manages my POTS isn't a cardiologist, so she was like, we should probably work with a cardiologist too, you know, to have another pair of eyes. So that's what we're doing. But anyway, my morning measurements were basically back to what they usually are because my body was like, it's not used to having the right amount of blood. So it was like, let's get rid of it all. And so I had to go to the bathroom like 36,000 times overnight. But I do still feel better, I think. Like, I'm not that dizzy or anything. Like, I drove here on the highway, and I haven't driven on the highway in a long time because I would usually get too dizzy from like looking around. But I was fine doing that, so we have some subjective improvement, it seems like. I think I'm gonna go lift today, maybe do a little bit of vault work and try some upside down to really test my limits. So that's when we'll really know if it worked. Which I don't really expect it to be like a huge difference the first time. But considering I felt better yesterday, and I still feel a little bit better today, I just want to see. But anyway, I gotta go in, so see you later. Okay, vlog. I don't really remember where I left off, but update anyway. So I do still feel pretty decent, and by pretty decent, I mean incredible in comparison. Like, my measurements still aren't that good, but like subjectively, I feel so good. It's crazy. So I went to cardiologist. I was just establishing with a new one, so like nothing that crazy there. But like she was still like, your blood pressure is really low. And I was like, girl, these measurements, so good for me. It was still pretty low. But like the infusions were starting to, like, they've worn off more throughout the day. But I still feel pretty good. Like, I'm not that dizzy. So then I went to track because I was like, let's really test the limits of how these infusions work. So I'm making my dinner right now, by the way. There's nowhere to stand this up. But we're making tilapia, so I got out the air fryer, and then my fish has been thawing. It's just in this little container of water. It's been thawing today, and then I'm just gonna air fry it for 15 minutes at 365, and then it's beautiful, a little bit crispy, but still all moist on the inside. It's so good. People like to hate on tilapia. I think she's so tasty. I like the texture, I like the crispiness, and it basically just takes on whatever flavor of seasoning you have. So if you have a good seasoning, then you're all good. And then, you know, great protein, great fish. Love this diva. So anyway, I went to track, and it was just tech work today, so I just joined in a little bit late after my appointment. And I was like, I want to try going upside down today, because like I said, I told you guys earlier, that was one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to go upside down. And I did pulley. You've seen it in my previous track vlogs where, like, I'm not going to explain it. I went upside down, and I did good, and it felt good, and I didn't die. It was crazy. It was so awesome. I love being upside down. So then after that was all I had time for with the tech work. So then we did lifting, which was the main reason I was there. I didn't max because I did the upside down. So, you know, gotta limit. Don't test too many limits in one day, basically, is what we're saying. Gotta pace myself. I've learned lessons about that. So we've got this Trader Joe's truffle powder seasoning. It's basically the only seasoning I can have because I can't have garlic and onion, which is like in every seasoning on earth. But that's okay because I love this seasoning, so we're all good. And then just put a very generous amount of that on here because it's really not that strong. So anyway, that's that. So anyway, then I went to lift, and I did have to stop myself from maxing, but like I totally could have. The power cleans felt so easy. It was crazy. Like, they were so good. They felt so easy. I feel like a new person. And like the infusions weren't even like still fully kicked in today. Imagine when like my body starts to get used to it and it holds on to them longer, I'm gonna be so powerful, guys. You have no idea. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'll end the vlog here for today. So this is my, I guess I'll do an afterwards so you can see my full meal, since I already started the dinner series. So we're 3:65, 15 minutes. There she goes. Now I leave her alone. I go change into my pajamas, and then she's done. So yeah, anyway, that's it for the update after infusions. They're awesome. I love them. It's crazy how they just like work immediately, which is what they're supposed to do, but it's just not something that like I expect after all of the other things I've tried not being like things that are supposed to work immediately, you know? So it's just so weird that it just works. It's a crazy concept. And like, you might be thinking like, why didn't they try that earlier if it just works? Well, because it wears off, one, because it takes 2 hours and you have to go to the hospital, 2. And then 3, low-key, I think I'm probably just like dependent on these forever since they wear off. So I'm just gonna have to like keep getting them weekly or monthly forever. TBD. We'll see. But whatever. I feel good. I'm happy. And I told you guys earlier what my things that I wanted to do were if the infusions worked. So driving to Hannah's, I drove on the highway today, so that means I can totally drive to Hannah's. Going upside down, just did that. Going for a walk. I mean, I don't have time for that this week because it's a busy week, but tomorrow's Oomph Day, so I'll be walking like a mile or so in the city to get there. But I'll start a new vlog for that because Oomph Day, so exciting. Merry Oomph-mas. That's gonna be crazy. I won't get into that now. I'll show you when my dinner's done, and then we'll be done with the vlog because I know this is long. But I feel so good. It's so crazy. And it's like I probably still feel like maybe like 40-50% of what a normal person should feel like. But it feels so good to be even that close. Wow. Continuing the dinner tutorial, I'm sauteing some spinach and mushrooms now. Can we get my camera to stand? Kind of. But basically, all you do for this is step 1, put spinach and mushroom on the pan. Step 2, give it a little stir a few times. Try not to make a huge mess. Sometimes I make a mess, but that's okay because the stove is induction, so I can just pick things up and they don't burn underneath it like it would at a gas stove. And then you just mix it up a few times and season it, and that's it. I use truffle salt seasoning. Do you guys think I like truffle? Do you think I like mushrooms? And then I've also got this brown and wild rice that'll go in the microwave for 1 minute. And then, bam, I'll have dinner. Isn't that beautiful? Tilapia, spinach, mushrooms, rice. Bam, meal. And then, of course, you can pair it with your drink of choice. Mine is personally some very nice and heavily concentrated salt water. We got 2 grams of salt in there. I drink 2 grams of salt. They give me these little salt tablets. There's 1 gram of salt in each of them. Jag, you want to go outside? And I have it twice a day. So, you know, I try to get an average of like 6 or 7 grams of salt per day. So the recommended for regular people is 2.3 grams. My body's like, we're just not gonna bring that salt in. We don't want the sodium. We're not gonna bring it in. So I gotta take a lot of it, and it doesn't really even do anything. So, oh, one more fun story to close out the vlog that I just learned about today. So like I'm at track practice, I'm going upside down, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And my coach is like, wow, this is crazy. Too bad we didn't have this last season. Then maybe other coaches wouldn't ask me if they needed to call an ambulance for you. And I was like, how many times did that happen? He said 4. Track season was so interesting. There's a reason I didn't vlog for like 10 months, guys. There's a reason. But with that, see you next time.